Hey, I'm Erlend Hjelvik from Hjelvik, and I'm blowing it up on Capital Chaos TV.
What time is it there in Norway?
Oh, it's 5:30 in the evening.
Oh, okay. So you've had your coffee hours ago.
Yeah, I'm having another cup right now. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you normally drink through the day?
It depends on how early I woke up. I woke up a little early today, so now I needed a little extra caffeine to keep me going.
You're on your fifth cup of coffee, is that right?
Yeah, it's probably the fifth one.
And are you cream and sugar or black?
No, I use milk in it, but no sugar.
And I know that a lot of Europeans, the mixture is it's like milk, 80% coffee, 20%. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I would say probably 15% or 10% for me. So
15% milk?
Yeah, 10 to 15%. I used to drink black all my life before, but then I started doing it, and then, yeah, that was it.
I just black metal, black coffee. You're actually a Viking metal, blackened Viking metal. Is that right?
Yeah.
I
think that's what?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I just think it's the best term I could come up with that covered all the bases on the record the most, I think. So.
How do you like that term?
I think it's cool. I wouldn't have called it that if I didn't like it. No, it's the music I play is inspired by black metal, thrash metal, and certain types of Viking metal. You know, Viking metal can be a lot of things, but I'm mostly inspired by the Viking stuff that Bathory did. So.
Would you say that Bathory would be the godfathers of that particular genre?
Of Viking metal? Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they have some great albums.
And which of the discography would be your favorite?
Oh, I really liked the 6 first albums, but recently I've been really enjoying Blood on Ice. So that's the one that's on heavy rotation here. And I really like the last 2 albums, the Nordland 1 and 2 as well.
And I imagine those albums rotate in and out of your subconscious as well, right? Because all of those albums are sort of ingrained in your brain to where you could probably sing them in the shower.
Yeah, for sure. It's like with Black Sabbath or whatever. It's just a staple. So.
And just a couple of background questions. What was your first concert, and what is your first band T-shirt?
Ooh, first concert. That's a tricky one. It's probably Björn Eidsvåg, and I was probably forced to watch it when I was in school. They call him a rock priest in Norway because he was an actual priest. But the first metal show was a band called Creation. They're like an Irish black metal folk type band. And I saw them in the village where I grew up. So that was cool. I think I was like 14 or something.
And what was the first band T-shirt you had?
Oh, good question. I think it was Slipknot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think so. That was I was a huge fan when I was like 14, 15. So.
Was there an album that they put out that you sort of stopped listening to them?
No, I guess I trailed off when the third one came out. Like, I really enjoyed the first 2 a lot, and then, you know, by the time the third one came out, I was just more interested in other metal bands, like mostly black metal and that kind of stuff. So.
Sure. Your taste progressed.
Yeah. I just got older, so wasn't listening to much. You know, it's not fair to call them just a new metal band, I think, because they have a lot of like extreme metal influences and stuff, I think. But yeah, I don't know what my point is here.
No, they're not. They're not a one-dimensional band.
No, no, I think they have lots of good qualities, but yeah.
You weren't just jump. It wasn't all just jump, right?
No, I got tired of the jumping.
And what was the first music you bought with your own money?
With my own money. That's. I think that must be like Michael Jackson. I think. I think I bought the Michael Jackson collection on tape. I don't remember what it's called, Legacy or something like that, probably. Yeah.
And are you still a fan of music like Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder?
Not really. Well, I don't mind listening to it when it comes on or whatever, but it's not something I actively listen to.
And do you? I would imagine you have a bit of a collection of music.
Yeah, I have some records.
What would you say would be the most prized collectible in your collection?
Oh, that's easy to answer because I just got the first Danzig record on vinyl. So that's the most expensive one I have by far.
Is it a special pressing of some sort?
Yeah, it's just the one. It's the first pressing. So.
Oh, nice. And
yeah, so it has the cover and it doesn't have the band name on it and stuff. So.
Oh, very cool. Do you also play an instrument?
I play keyboard and or piano. I took piano lessons when I was a kid, so. And I'm also play a little guitar, but I'm working on improving my skills there. So.
Do you at the house? Do you have an upright or a grand piano that you have access to?
I have an organ. Let's see what it's called. Yeah, it's Elka.
Oh, nice. And is that a heirloom of sorts?
No, I got it for free. Someone was just giving it away, so I got it last year or something like that. It's pretty cool. It has lots of great sounds in it.
Oh, very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
It's nice to have instruments laying around when you get, inspired, right?
Yeah, I've used it to get ideas down lots of times, so it's great for that.
And what was your first car?
The first car? Toyota Corolla.
And your first motorcycle?
I don't have a motorcycle. I wish I had one.
And what about guns? Do they allow gun ownership in Norway?
Yeah, I think it's pretty restricted here, so you have to take lots of classes and stuff like that. So I don't have any guns.
All righty. Well, thank you for answering those background questions. How have you adjusted to the COVID world, and how did it immediately impact you?
It's just made everything take longer because it happened while we were in the middle of signing with Nuclear Blast. So it just kind of postponed everything. I think the album would have been out sooner if this thing didn't happen. But that's okay. It's looking at it positively. It's just giving us more time to work on the release and putting it out properly. So you just make the best of the situation.
How difficult has it been to remain positive, and how close has it hit to home?
I wouldn't say it's been difficult. I'm just kind of optimistic by nature. So, it's I think everything kind of happens for a reason. So for me, I just look at it like getting more time to, you just use the time and work on what you can from home. So it's been helpful for me, really. Not that I'm saying it's a good thing that happened by any means, but yeah.
Of course. And And have you been involved in any social uprisings? Have you been shot at with rubber bullets or pepper spray ever?
No, never.
And what is it about Norway that has kept you there all of your life? And could you see a life elsewhere?
I have an American wife, so we're gonna relocate to America at some point. it's a little difficult right now, but that's okay. Yeah, what's great about Norway is it's a rich country, so you know you have universal healthcare and there's just good benefits if you like lose your job and that kind of stuff. So everyone's kind of taken care of, and yeah, the nature is beautiful. That's the thing I love the most here. Yeah.
And I believe your wife lives in Washington. Is that right?
Yeah, we have a place in the Washington State. So.
Is Washington somewhat comparable to parts of Norway?
Yeah, the nature is kind of similar, actually. Like the mountains are pretty like striking in both places, and there's lots of trees. So yeah, I think there's I get reminded of Norway a lot when I'm there.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
Yeah,
close to Canada. Another beautiful part of the world.
Yes.
Now it's the Hjelvik debut album. Welcome to Hell comes out in about a month. You must be excited to finally have it out.
Yeah, I've been listening to it for a long time now because I recorded it September last year. So I've been listening to it a lot. So it feels good to finally get to share it with people.
And you recorded it in, is that in Oregon? Is that right?
Yeah, Portland. So that was a lot of fun.
What brought you to recording at that studio?
Well, the location, so which wasn't too far away from our other place there, and we recorded with Justin Phelps, who I really liked on a couple of Slough-Egg albums, so that's why we chose him. And the studio seemed really cool too. It was an old library building they turned into a studio, and it's called the Hallowed Halls. So that was really cool place to record.
Was there any thought to delaying its release to a post-pandemic time in order to tour support it? Excuse me.
No, I think it's important to release music even if this thing is going on. And personally, I think we're starting to see a light in the tunnel when it comes to touring. So we're planning on doing shows next year. So
it's definitely in one of my top albums of the year. Are there any other albums? Are there any other albums that have been released this year you would say are comparable to yours?
Comparable to mine? Yeah, I can definitely tell you some albums I really enjoyed. So Hellripper just put out a really great album. Affairs of the Poison or something like that, I think the title is. And there's a Finnish black metal band I really enjoyed too that's called Havu Kruunu. And I can't for the life of the album title, but it's their third album and it's like heroic black metal and it's really cool.
And when Norwegians have difficulty pronouncing band name, then you know they got to be really cool.
Yeah, it's with the Finnish. There's nothing to hold on to. Like there's nothing remotely similar to our language, so it's hard.
How different is the political climate in Norway compared to the States?
Yeah, I would say it's pretty timid here in comparison, probably. Yeah, there's not much controversial stuff going on here at all. It's mostly right now one of the big hot topic buttons are windmills, because they want to build windmills in nature and like kind of ruin nature by just throwing up huge wind turbines that kills birds and that kind of stuff and ruin the view. Like they're talking about doing it close to where we live. So lots of people are upset about that. Because it's something they passed like 10 years ago, and now they're kind of just trying to push it forward. So,
and I take it that you're one of the people that are upset about that.
Yeah, because I have to look at it. It's an eyesore, and I don't like that it kills like 100 eagles or whatever. There's loads of eagles flying around where I live, and yeah, I want to keep it that way.
And you would say that the cons outweigh the pros.
Yeah, definitely. What they should do in Norway is they should upgrade the water plants instead, because they still have lots of life in them. And yeah, I think that would just be better.
Wow, that sounds like a platform that you could run on.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to be doing that. I'm going to be working on music. But
Right on, right on.
yeah,
We all have our own place.
yes.
What other band names were considered, and how long had you been thinking of leaving Kvelertak before you finally pulled the plug?
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with the band name. I didn't have any other names I was thinking about. That was just I just thought Hjelvik the whole time, and yeah, it would feel weird if I came up with some band name to me. I guess I'm following the example that like Ozzy Osbourne set when he left Black Sabbath, and Danzig, even though that's not his real last name, but yeah, Danzig and the Misfits, So yeah, so it just felt natural to use Hjelvik, and I'm also gonna be playing Kvelertak songs when I start performing live. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and yeah, how long had I been thinking about leaving? Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of complicated to answer, but I was pretty unhappy since I was recording the third album and was thinking about leaving already then. So.
I myself have been a band, and at some point there came a wall where,
Okay.
like an obstacle, It's
Yeah.
almost like you have a good project going on, but there's like an obstacle where you can't overcome, and you like to try to work it. You worked it the best you can, and
Yeah.
it's just there's no getting around it. Is that what happened with you there?
Yeah, I would say so. I definitely tried lots of. Yeah, I was I was trying different things, but in the end, if it's not working, it's just no point in forcing it, and you just have to call a spade and move on. So I just figured I'd be better off on my own.
How do you like being in complete control?
Feels great. Yeah, it was just really nice. Like after I had a couple of months off to kind of decompress, I just started working on my own music, and it's just been really fun and inspiring, and just the whole writing process was a breeze, really. So it's just felt great to have like a blank slate that I can do whatever I want with.
And the new lineup is it's an international band, right?
Yeah, we got one guy that's American, Rob Steinway. He plays guitar. And two French guys, Kevin Foley, who's the drummer, and bass player Alexis Lou. And we have a Norwegian guy that just joined, but that's not on the album. His name is Remy Nygaard, and he's from a black thrash metal band called Culture, so he's going to be part of the band going forward.
And what is the vetting process to become a member of your band?
Well, you definitely have to be skilled at playing, so that's the important criteria, and you have to be, cool guy to, we have to get along. So,
how well do you know the special guests on Welcome to Hell, Matt and Mike?
Yeah, Matt Pike, I've been on tour with High on Fire before with my old band. Yeah, so he's a great guy, so I'm really happy to have him on the album, and being on tour with him too has been lots of fun in the past. And Mike Scalzi, I didn't know from before, but Justin Phelps, who engineered the album, he used to play bass in this band, so it was his idea to reach out to Mike. And yeah, I'm a fan of Slaufeg, so I was stoked to get him on the album, and especially on the track that he sings on. I think he did a fantastic job on it.
Yeah, he's quite the character. I tried out for Slaufeg when they first moved to San Francisco.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I still remember a couple of their tunes. I don't see Mike very often, but he always, you have memories of stuff, especially when you first come to, I think they were from Boston.
Okay.
when they're moving to San Francisco, it's sort of a big deal.
Yeah, I heard a bunch of stories when I was in the studios. That was fun. He was a great guy to be around. Like, he came into the studio for 2 days. It was a lot of fun to watch him work on putting a solo down, because he just kept layering it up, and
right,
it's like watching a mad professor work, kind of. That's cool.
And who are your main influences, and who would we be surprised to hear is an influence?
Oh, I don't know if there's going to be anything that surprising. For my style of singing, I would say Not the Frost from Carpathian Forest has been a big influence on me growing up and when I started to sing. And yeah, musically, I would say when it comes to Hjelvik, big inspirations are bands like Merciful Fate, Venom, Bathory, and classic bands like Metallica and Slayer. 90s Norwegian and Swedish black metal bands. Did I answer everything?
I believe you did. I believe it. The Prime Era.
Prime Era?
Yeah, like the music from the Prime Era.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Mostly 80s and 90s here.
And the new music video, it's for North Star, right? North Star?
That's correct. Yeah.
It looks like it was fun to make. How do you like How do you like acting? And can we expect more videos from that shoot?
Yeah, I wouldn't exactly call it acting what I'm doing. I'm just doing what I do. But it was definitely lots of fun. We flew there once the Corona thing lifted. So it's really nice to get out of the house and the country. So we flew to Poland, to a city called Wolin. And that's where they shot the video. And everything was just done in one day, just really intense and efficient. And those guys, they made videos for Behemoth and bands like that before, so they know what they're doing. But what's really cool, especially interacting with Raven and Wolves, that was fun for me. It was cool to wear chainmail too. I haven't done that before.
Can we expect some more chainmail in the future?
I'm never gonna say never, but I don't think there's any more videos from that shot. I think we used all of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
And what are you most proud of on the new album and as a musician?
As a musician, I'm definitely the most proud of having made this album. Like, if you asked me 5 years ago, or told me that 5 years ago, that I would be releasing my own solo album, I would have thought you were joking. So I'm really proud about that. I think on the record, the song I'm the most proud of is the third song called Hellripper. It's just the one that's it's the one that I like the most. I guess it's because it's the most black metal leaning song on the album, and also I sing it in Norwegian. I just felt fitting on that one. So yeah, it's one of my favorites.
Very cool. And how did you hook up with Joe Petagno, cover art? He's a busy guy. He's been doing a lot of work lately.
Yeah, that was easy. My manager, who's incidentally my wife, she sent an email to Joe after we decided that that's who we want to work with. And he's really into Norse mythology, and he knew about my band from before, my old band, so he was happy to work with us. So that was awesome. So he was really on board with the whole concept. I sent him the lyrics and some demos, and then he told me that he had a dream where he dreamt up the whole concept, and then he sent the sketch over, and it just looked great. So I'm really happy with that.
Oh yeah, it came out really good. Do you have a favorite cover art of his? He's done so many.
Yeah, I would say Overkill is probably one of my favorites. It's just like really popping, that Motorhead cover. But yeah, he has tons of great ones.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Do you have any final thoughts that you'd like to share to anybody that might be watching this or listening to it?
Yeah, I hope people take the time to check out my new band, especially if they were fans of my old band. I think they'll find lots to love in my new work. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Yeah, it would be great if people would like to pre-order or pre-save the album. It would help the band a lot, so would appreciate that. So, yeah, thanks for listening.